Hi, I'm Rob. Today, I'd like to share some ideas on a common scenario we face in finance, analyzing business performance. To frame the problem, we know every business sets budgets, targets, forecasts, goals, but how do we measure, interpret, and act on those numbers? For me, it centers on three questions. What is happening? Why is it happening? What should we do next? This demo focuses on that first question, what is happening, and how to answer it quickly, clearly, and with confidence. Let's get started. Okay, let's dive into Excel. This is the P&L in a 3D variance view. Why 3D? Because it lets you look across your business by leader, region, product, down into measures like revenue, COGS, OPEX, margin, and through the layers using slicers and dropdowns. Let's walk through what's here. On the left, slicers to filter the view. Along the rows, the key P&L measures or KPIs. At the top, two summary tables. Summary 1 shows actuals, budgets, forecasts, and variances. Summary 2 breaks that out by business layer, leader, region, or product category. The dropdown gives you the flexibility to look at variances to budget, forecasts, and budget year to date. And there are text boxes built in to jot down your notes as you go. The benefit and power of this layout is the ability to unlock variances and the breakdowns in a single view. Let's illustrate using an example. Looking at July results, we can see net margin is 19K or 1% ahead of plan. We can also see this is true for Cam and Mary from a leader point of view, Europe and Asia from a region perspective, and also for category 1 and 2 from a product perspective. I captured this observation as my first bullet in the text box. Looking at the components of net margin, we can see revenue is 156K or 3% over budget, with all teams, regions, and products beating budget. Good news. However, COGS are overspent due to raw materials, partially offset by delivery. There is likely a story here, and I've captured the observation and a follow-up action to investigate further. Next, forecast variance shows a different story. Net margin beat forecast but came in under for revenue and under for raw materials. Sales comp came in over forecast. Using the dropdown, I can quickly switch to a variance to forecast view to see forecast performance by leader, region, and product. If perhaps you want to drill into a specific leader P&L, we can use the slicer to see the variances and layers for that leader, and so on. When looking at variances, I have found this to be a powerful way to quickly identify problem areas for further investigation. After understanding variances, it may also be important to look at how performance has evolved and where it's forecasted to go. This is where a trended view can be helpful. I've applied a similar layout with slicers on the left, KPIs in the rows, summary 1 showing variances, but with summary 3, we can see actuals and forecasts by month. To enhance this further, I added a visual chart showing monthly forecast compared to the last 3. This is where trends and anomalies really stand out. Take revenue, for example. It's been ahead of plan all year, not just in July, and it's forecasted to continue for the rest of the year. Now look at raw materials. December's forecast looks unusually low and outside the historical range. That's the kind of red flag you want to investigate. Using slicers, you can repeat this analysis to see trends and anomalies by leader, region, or product, again in a single page view. So that's the multidimensional approach for analyzing business performance using a P&L. It could be adapted for other measures or KPIs to help answer that first question, what is happening, so you can quickly move to why and what now. I find this approach to be simple yet powerful, and it brings great structure to every performance conversation. I've included a link so you can explore and interact further, and I hope it sparks some ideas for your next project. Thanks for watching.